Hello, that was part 1 of the instruction of how to use glpack software. Let's proceed. Now, let's revise. How do you enter into glpack? Go into your folder, click it, go to the second folder, click it, go to the third folder where it says DOS shell, click it, and go to the line where you see a blue patch at the left there called DOS shell. Enter in, and you see 3 hearts. Enter the glpack, and you are in. Remember the password 1234. Oh, sorry. You notice that the software comes out. Now why? When it does that, you need to reindex. So I'm going to use the reindex now. Enter twice. See, it's starting to reindex. And it comes out. That's it. So reindex will just go in and come out. Whenever you find that your glpack software cannot be accessed, it has to do something with the files not right. So you do the reindex to put all the files in order. That's what it's called reindexing. So let's go back to glpack now and click it. Press enter. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you should be there now. So what we did a while ago, we were trying to enter 0818. Can you remember that? But why don't we have the 0817? I mean, what happened to the 0818 transaction? You see, just now, out of nowhere, I don't understand, the software was cut off. So because of that, the 0818, which we typed in just a while ago, were lost. And why was it lost? Because it was not saved. So it's very important to save a transaction. So let us try again 0818. 0818, that means you type one transaction above the last transaction, you get a new one. You can type and change any date there. Enter. Let's say you want a code CB01. Then you enter. Let's say it's 20300. Enter. It goes to the next line. You decide what should be the code. Let's see what's the code here. Is there a medical fee now? Remember we entered the medical fee there? I'm just wondering whether there is. Go to the first column, type E. Oh, there is no medical fee because that has been lost too. When we were out, we did not save, and so it got lost too. Medical, right? It is not there. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. EX75, remember? Type yes, medical, enter, 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 enter. It automatically balances. Use 3 strokes. You can get out, or you can use the down arrow. So now 818 is there, but don't forget you need to save it. How do you save it? You escape, enter, 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 and now it's saving. So it's important to save, not after every transaction. Well, you can always save maybe after 10 transactions or 20 transactions. And anytime your laptop or your computer can just simply be switched off by itself. So you need to save in order not to lose our Okay, after you save it, as you can see just a while ago, there's the word trial balance appearing. This means that actually you can access the trial balance. You type arrow up, you see, you will notice that you have a trial balance all over. Go down and you see the debits and credit is equal. Look, that's the total, and you find them equal. And then if you go further down, you see the profit and loss, and then you see a balance sheet. In other words, you can see on the screen the trial balance, the profit and loss, and the balance sheet. At any time, if you want to look at the contents of each of the ledger, let's say I want to see what is Nippon Express. All I do is just enter, and you see Nippon Express will appear before your screen. There are two ways to see a ledger. You type a code, you enter, you find the code from F3. You see, that's how I get F3. Enter, enter. It doesn't enter here because there's nothing in D017. Let's try again. Let's go to Nippon. Nippon Express. Enter. You can see the screen, the ledger on the screen. You can enter Nippon Express from the trial balance itself. And up arrow, it goes into the trial balance, and you can also press enter here, and you can go into the ledger itself. Now you're looking at the ledger. As you can see on the screen, which is light blue, but we can actually change the format. Escape to get out of the ledger, escape to blank the red box, escape to enter browse. What is browse? If you now were to type D006, just like we did, look what it appears. It doesn't look like the aqua screen which you saw a while ago. It is now a darker blue, but a very distinctive feature about it is that you can move the highlight. There's a highlight moving. You can move up, you can move down using the up and down arrow. So you can move, and anytime if you click on it, enter, you see a transaction below, and you enter, you see the transaction journal on the screen. And if you want to edit it, you just enter in. So notice that from the trial balance, you can actually move down to the journal entry itself. Let's try another one. You see, let's look at the profit and loss. Okay, you see, what is this? Salary and bonus. Lots of money here. So you want to see this content. How? Enter. When you enter, you see the ledger. As you go on, maybe you think that, hey, who is this guy? Hidarito loan to start. What is it? What journal entry? Enter, and you see the journal entry. That's how you move from top down to the very journal itself. So remember, anytime you want to see the code, press F3. Anytime you want to see a ledger, you can type it on the red box, or you can actually look for its code by using F3, enter, and then on the red box. If you don't want to see in that kind of screen just now you saw, CV01, you don't like to see, what you do is escape, remove the browse, escape, and it's no more there. You type again the same code, and it looks like that. It doesn't look like the other one there. Fine? So what else should I teach you? This is the basic of glpack. If you go to F4, you see a full list of all the transactions that have been entered. But one thing interesting about it is that you can press F6. Press F6, you can find anything. Let's say you want to find medical. You type it, enter, press 7,